Hello, leading ladies. Today, let's talk about emotions. My goal here is to inspire you to not feel victimized by your emotions. They aren't something that happen to you. They can, but they don't have to. I want to show you what they are mechanically so you are no longer a victim of them. You are an observer of them and you recognize that they are useful tools that you can use to benefit yourself, or you can learn from them or shift things. It's kind of, they're indicators, they're emotional indicators about what is going on. So they're there to serve you. And once you understand how they function in the way that they serve you, then you're in the driver's seat. You are leading ladies holding your own. All right. I'm going to share my screen just to give you some ideas of what I'm talking about. Share. All right. This is the coolest thing here. This is what some call the scale of emotions. She called it the emotional spiral. It's just a beautiful image that has been going around the internet. And she says she was so surprised how much traction it gained, but it's just beautiful. So here are these, it's a spiral. Okay. Our emotions are always moving. Understand that they are always moving. We're not stuck in one. We might frequent one, but we're not stuck there ever because they're energy. Energy in motion. Emotion. Believe it or not, yes, that is it. It's energy in motion. So the lower emotions, the lower frequency, all of these are frequencies. I'm going to show you what those are in just a second to give you a graphic image of that. But so these are the lowest ones where you have absolutely no will to live or you're dead. That's it. There's no movement anymore. You up a little bit are these unworthiness, shame, guilt, apathy. As you can see, these are very low on the spectrum. And up at the high one, unconditional love. And that's when you are feeling completely understanding, compassionate, no judgment, no resistance, just this free, unhindered feeling of love. It's a beautiful place. It'd be great if we could stay there all the time. On one hand, but on the other hand, I'm wondering if us in this human condition would be bored out of our minds if that's all we felt. I think we kind of like a little challenge. And here's why. Challenge equals growth. So you see this cycle here. We're up here and something happens and it takes us down here where we get a bad email and we go straight to despair. And then we deal with it. And when we deal with it, we can breathe again, we have peace again, and we start climbing back up again. Most of us hang out at a certain number or a certain area here. And these colors don't actually represent the different emotions, but it's a nice visual. So we might basically feel hopeful and calm, or we might basically feel bored, basically meaning regularly, or we might regularly feel that we like learning, we have enthusiasm and gratitude. Those are great places to be. Or we might usually feel rejected, or we might feel impatient or worried. That might be our general hover zone, but we still experience all the rest of the emotions, but we have a general area where we hang out. The idea is for your health to start making the higher ones the place you hang out on a regular basis. And this work that we're doing in this class, this self care, self compassion, and learning these tools and applying them, you may notice that you're starting to hang out at the higher levels on a more regular basis. And that's a great thing. So we have this down here and we go back up. And then we have another one. Something else happens, takes us down, and we get back up. And when that happens, we start expanding. We have this circle of comfort around us, and it gets bigger and bigger. So then we've got this huge comfort zone. And then we can go back and look at some of those things that used to take us out, and you don't even notice them anymore because they're so far away from us. Right, I'm going to switch gears here. I'm going to stop share a second, and I'm going to reshare, and I'm going to show you a visual of these emotions and heart rhythms. So these are heart rates, coherence. I don't know if you've heard of HeartMath, but it's worth looking into. HeartMath has done tons of research on the value of coherence. Coherence means that your brain and your heart are in sync. And when they are, you get that nice blue rhythm. When they're not, you get this chaos thing. And this might be the rhythm that you're sending out. So what do you suppose is going to come back? You're going to get all kinds of stuff. Somebody who's angry over here, somebody who's frustrated, somebody who's judgmental, someone who can't control their emotions. All that stuff is going to come back. You're going to be a match to it. That's when we hear we're a vibrational match. This is the vibration right here. When we are at these higher emotions, coherence goes along with that. And we're emitting these nice, easy wavelengths. And so we're going to return. We're going to receive the same from the universe. Then here's the other thing. We can ramp up magnetism on these things. So when we feel good, we can magnify that by continuing that good thought, continuing to notice aspects of these things that are good. It's like, wow, that smells good. Oh my gosh, it feels good too. Wow, it tastes good. Oh my gosh, it's a beautiful color. And we can just continue to ramp up, and that increases the magnitude of your wave, which attracts more because it's more magnetic. Emotions are magnetic. So you're going to attract more. The more you feel something, the more you're going to receive it. Here's the other thing. When you're mad, same goes for that. The universe could care less. It's just responding to wavelengths. It doesn't care whether they're high or low. You have to care whether they're high or low. So if you're emitting this out here, and then you get something back, and then you're mad because you got something back, and then you send something louder out, and you can see where this can go. And then you end up driving down the road and getting in a car accident, and then your insurance doesn't work, and you can continue to ramp this thing up. It's much better if you ramp up the good stuff. So if you find yourself in this negative net, and I don't really like to use the word negative, but it's a natural word to use. When you find yourself at this frequency where things aren't smooth, slow your roll, girl. Slow your roll and breathe yourself back into coherence. Because you don't want to be attracting the madness of the universe. I don't think. I don't know. Maybe you enjoy that, but I personally do not. So you want to get yourself back into that coherent state, and then you can go back out in public again. Go in your quiet space. Go in your whatever your oh, I forgot what Jenny called it. She has a beautiful name for it. But go to your space, wherever that is. Close your eyes. Wait, sitting driving a car. Don't close your eyes when you're driving a car, obviously. But you can breathe and you can imagine wonderfulness. You can get yourself back into that coherent routine. And then you can return to all the good things in the universe coming back to you. And it is the coolest thing. Learning to shift this is so fun because that's when you start to have control. And it just gets so cool. And it continues to get cooler and cooler. And that's how, ladies, you hold your own. I'll see you soon.